with no further ado, I think we'll kind of get into it. And thanks for kind of the brief introduction, and we'll just kind of dive into some specifics about each of your experiences and how you see this decision-making process. Excuse me. Please feel free. Anybody jump in at any time. I want this to be as much of a conversation as possible as it has been from the start, I feel, and know that. So as much as I'm directing my questions to them, please answer them, ask them questions, ask me questions, ask other audience members questions. I say, did you know what you wanted to do when you graduated from college? So obviously, I mean, you've explained a little bit about why you went to college, and did you know, I guess, professionally?
I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I had a journalism undergrad, obviously, and my focus in journalism was not on journalism. It was the way I could take the program was two paths. One was writing journalistically, and the other one was copy layout, more advertising type thing. So that's the path that I took. And when I exited undergrad, I actually had a choice. I was working as a marketing assistant and at night helping this nightclub start up, and got offered extensions at both places. One was to manage the nightclub, and the other one was to become a full-time marketing assistant with the rec center of the university. And ironically, I went with the money choice. I knew I could make a lot more money. And being fresh out of school, I took that route, and I was still going to be able to do relationship building and marketing that way. So, but I didn't want to be niched in a university setting, solely doing rec sports, swap analysis and things like that. So, I did have an idea.
Sounds like you had options, though.
But I had options, and the options are what throws you, honestly. And then, ultimately, when I got out and started working, it was hard to leave the money when you become accustomed to making money. But ultimately made the decision, and then actually started to plan for grad school as soon as I graduated, with trying to prep myself for the entrance exam and that sort of thing, and then ultimately ended up in an advertising program. So kind of knew what my path was going to be, and then ultimately my end goal was to work in an advertising agency, which never panned out. There weren't open positions in the firms that I was applying to at the time I was applying, which led me to various other career choices. So I did have a plan.
Yeah, I just wanted to work. My undergraduate is in media arts, and I just wanted to work in some sort of it. So when I was able to get the job at the television station at Univision, I was very happy with it. I mean, I thought that was going to be the beginning of a 20, 25-year career. And I mean, I know it sounds stupid and silly, but when you think you know something and get that little bit of entrance or feet in the door, you think that's going to be it. And you take nothing else into consideration, like money, obviously, or even if the money was equal, the way you feel or you want to be treated as an employee either. So all those things you don't think about, but I just wanted to work for a company, and when I got the opportunity to work for the television station, I absolutely jumped on it.
The only thing I would add is I absolutely knew what I wanted to do, but it changed. I mean, I got out into the world and I saw some things I'd never seen that school doesn't afford, experience that school doesn't afford you, and I said, hey, I like that better than what I thought I wanted to do. So.
Yeah, I just noticed that all of y'all have some kind of marketing, advertising, PR, media kind of experience. Just kind of.
I was drawn to it.
Yeah.
I could tell you 4 years ago, I could care less about I thought it was fluffy. I was an engineer. I was like, engineers, it's facts, right? It's research, development, better stats, better product done. And I had some experiences. I've had some mentors. One of the best ladies I ever met was our marketing director, and I had a opportunity to spend a weekend for like a young professional, blah, 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 in the company, and just one PowerPoint presentation with someone who was passionate about it flipped me. Like I was, well, just, it just turned it on its head, like all these misconceptions I had about it, and then so I knew what I wanted to do, but it changed. I mean,
Oh, related